What is up, guys? It is your boy NCSO7 here, and welcome back to another review video. Today I'm going to be reviewing Gran Turismo Sport for PS4. So let's go right into this, starting off with the presentation. Now, this game, according to the box, defines itself as the real driving simulator, and it kind of does feel like it. I mean, it does as much as it can, given the fact that it is again a racing video game, but it's pretty much just another racing game. It really isn't anything that special when it comes down to the image, but it does definitely try its best to be more of a simulated driving experience while also being a racing experience. And there's really not much to say about the actual idea of the game, but what there is to say about presentation are the visuals for this game. Oh, this might be one of the best looking PS4 games I've ever played. It's just so beautiful. Seriously, this game runs so good. With the PS4 Pro at 60 FPS, it just makes the game run so smoothly, and environments are just so beautiful. It's just so good, especially since when you choose a course, you can actually choose what time of the day you'd want it to be, and also weather conditions as well. So you get a bunch of variety in the settings. It's so beautiful. And the cars especially just really pop. It's very beautiful. Though to be fair, that is kind of expected of the Gran Turismo games, as they are supposed to look very beautiful and sexy. So presentation wise, it isn't super original, but what it does have is very beautiful. It's very sexy. And there isn't really a story for this game that I could see. So moving straight to the gameplay, like I said before, it's pretty much just another driving game. Now, this could be seen as kind of an issue, as there really isn't that much to this game when it comes to gameplay. You basically just drive around, do races, but there is a little bit more you can do in different modes. And there's, first of all, arcade mode, where you basically race against CPUs a certain amount of times on a track of your choosing. There's pretty much that, which is pretty simple. Then you've also got like time trial challenges to get the best times on racetracks. You've also got drift challenges, where you have to drift as much as you need to on a certain part of a course. And then there's also career mode, which is basically this game's single player campaign, where you complete certain races in order to continue up the ranks. It is definitely much bigger than that of the earlier games, but it's definitely nice that it's here. Though to be fair though, this stuff wasn't there originally, as originally when the game released, the only thing that this game really had was sport mode, which is basically the same as the arcade mode, except you have to use your own cars online. And playing the game online isn't really my preferred choice. Honestly, if you're just stuck further back in the pack, then you're not going to catch up, because it just doesn't work. Granted, I haven't played that many online races, and I understand that is kind of sport's point, but I don't know, I just never really cared. But it's honestly not that bad. I can see why people would like it, but it's just not really my thing to play the game online. I'm kind of more into just the arcade mode and other stuff that's more single player oriented. And that's pretty much this game's content. There's like a few other things you could do as well, such as an actual VR mode for the game. But from what I know, you can't actually play in it. It's more of just a tour that you just watch, which that kind of sucks, but I haven't tried it out myself, but it's very nice that it does have the option in there for you. So when it really comes down to gameplay, this game is pretty standard. The game does have a lot of gameplay modes, but in terms of actual gameplay, you just drive. It's just a driving simulator at the end of the day. So, is it good or necessarily bad? Well, I will say one thing, it isn't very innovative. I think that's the biggest issue with the game. It's just the simple fact that it isn't very innovative when it comes to its ideas, but what it does do is very nice, and that's the thing you need to keep in mind. This game really isn't that innovative at the end of the day. It's another racing game, but it's very good at being that, which I have respect for. So gameplay wise, it's pretty good, although it's definitely kind of uninspired. And control-wise, the game is completely fine control-wise. And content-wise, for $20, you can basically play this game for forever. It's a racing game, you've got pretty much endless possibilities, endless races, not really much to say on that. easily worth 20 bucks. And music-wise, the game's music is alright. It uses some copyrighted music, which I won't play. But the music overall isn't too bad. I like how it plays during the races, and it kind of gives this race a little bit more spunk. It's nice, very appreciated. While there aren't any tracks that stand out for me, it's definitely nice to listen to. And now moving on to my final thoughts. Honestly, Gran Turismo Sport is a very good game that is uninspired, because despite how great everything really is, this game really doesn't have any innovation. There isn't really anything about this game that differentiates it from pretty much any other racing game. And that's kind of the main issue I have with this game, is that it doesn't really do anything new. And this goes for the rest of the series as well, which unfortunately. But what this game does have is a very, very fun racing game with beautiful visuals and plenty of things to do. This game is easily worth your time and easily recommended if you have a PS4. Or if you have a PS5 and are waiting for Gran Turismo 7, like I currently am, then get this game to start off. It's a very fun game. On my scale of 0 to 10, I gave Gran Turismo Sport a solid 8.5 out of 10. This game is really, really solid, but just given the fact that it isn't really that different from stuff that's already there, does kind of hurt it, but at least it improves on those aspects. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments of this video, and if this is your first time checking me out, why not consider subscribing and checking out some of my other content, because I make a hell of a lot of other content. And yeah, so with that being said, this is NCSO7 signing out. Peace.